The drop shot is an important tool in any player's arsenal. This is especially true during the clay court season, where many players tend to be playing further behind the baseline. Done correctly, the drop shot utilises the element of surprise, but needs a good amount of skill and precision to pull off. We caught up with American Steve Johnson and his coach Craig Boynton as they demonstrated two of their favourite clay court drop shot drills.
I think that shot is very important. You know, I've watched a lot of great matches on clay, and those guys utilize that shot, you know, extremely well. And you know, with how far back some guys are, I think it's a great play. And you know, if you can execute it right, it really works. And if it doesn't go your way on that day, it doesn't look so good.
Well, on clay, there's a lot more drop shots. You hit a lot more drop shots, and so you have to cover the drop shots.
In the first drill, Johnson works solely on retrieving drop shots. His coach executes this by bouncing the ball once on his side and once on Johnson's side of the net. This creates more realistic drop shot conditions for the player.
There you go. Well, I'm trying to simulate a drop shot. So that's the best way that I know how to do it and deaden the ball. So it works well. As soon as he turns around, I drop that ball and it goes over the net nice and soft, and it's perfect timing for Stevie.
It gives you a good balance of being able to slide into a drop shot when they hit one, and then knowing what to do when you get to that ball. You know, sometimes you work on the drop shot right back. You know, if they're up, you kind of try and float it behind them. So it's just it's really more of just trying to get the movement down, going from behind the baseline up to the net, and then feeling comfortable once you get there. You know, assessing what ball you have and trying to hit the right shot for it.
High here, then drop.
The second drill adds variety. It starts with Steve hitting ground strokes before finding the time and position inside the baseline to use the drop shot himself.
We work the certain patterns and then we put it all together, blend it all together. He doesn't know what's coming, so he's got to be able to make the right decision just like that.
I think it's super important for me. You know, I like to dictate points with my forehand and kind of get guys on the move. And you know, if I keep hitting forehands, you know, really good forehands on the clay, you know, these guys' defense is so good. I mean, that's why, you know, you play a lot of great clay, see a lot of great clay quarters out there. And you know, being able to change the dimensions of the court, you know, pushing them from 10 feet, 15 feet behind the baseline, drop shotting, and kind of getting them on the move up and back, not just sideways, I think adds a big part of my game that I can utilize pretty well on clay.
However, the drop shot can be a risky ploy if the opponent is anticipating it. As with many things on court, timing is everything. Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, the climax on clay. We'll have a reaction to the conclusion to this year's French Open. And time to go green. We look ahead to the 2016 grass court swing. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com and chat with us on the ATP's official social network, MyATP, powered by Vixlet, and on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. See you next week.